Let's get ready to do chart of the week. No idea what all that was about, but anyway, right. Little updates for you, Aquarius Platinum. Just pause this for a minute and just read and take in what information's on there. Right, welcome back. We've got quite a few things on here. We have had a head and shoulders reversal pattern which has reversed the trend. We violated a support line and we formed a pennant. Actually, two support lines, but we've formed a pennant that has bear flags within it. This is support line number 1, numero uno. That got violated. And support numero 2. I don't know what accent that is, but yeah, we violated that anyway. We're in a like a descending wedge. Well, it's actually in a symmetrical triangle, but anyway, the upside target's there and the downside target's there. The best way we think to actually trade this is to wait for a close outside of the triangle. We might actually stay in the triangle and get nearly 49 pence, which would be potentially a good buy. Which would be 66% retracement, which is normally the lowest that it goes before actually going back down to where the rally started, which would have been 35 pence. But the way to trade this, the way we are certainly going to trade it is we're going to wait for a close outside of that triangle. Because that will then tell us what direction it is likely to go in. We don't need to be guessing if it's going to go up, if it's going to go down. Let's let the market show us where it wants to go. This should be quite a good trade for this week, but we'll move on and we will go to other stocks. One day we will do a chart of the week without it featuring coal of Africa. But anyway, pause this. Right. This is a little pattern that we're currently in. What normally happens is it will stay in that for a week or two, and then it will break down on the downside. We've had an attempt at filling that gap. It actually opened within the gap and then dropped. But what I think will happen is it will stay in that little purple pattern until it hits this resistance line right here. Would actually fill that gap. If we look a little bit closer. If it stays within this pattern and hits here, which is about 2 days away, maybe Tuesday, it will fill that gap, hit resistance, and then what will probably happen is it will break down. That would be perfect sell spot. Support, horizontal support at 14, but the wedge support is actually now sub 14. So the longer it takes to get there, the lower that's going to be. I don't know whether it will get hit because of the horizontal support. But around 14 pence, we should be buying. I don't think we're going to break resistance at red line because if you look, the volume is decreasing as we're getting nearer to resistance. So buyers are dropping out. As soon as we fill that gap and hit that red line, which is around 17.1 pence, I do think there's going to be quite a lot of shorts flooding the market and buyers will dry up. Right, this is our official chart of the week. AUE. Been in a downtrend since about 80 pence and it's now around 35 pence. We had a head and shoulders, the projection of which was 35 pence, and look what happened. We've pretty much held that. Volume has increased, and I think we will break this channel next week. We're going to wait for that. Until we buy in, and that's what I'm going to recommend for our members, etc., and anyone watching this. We've conformed to this channel. We're actually closed right at resistance. We could come back down on Monday and retest support, or we could actually break this trend line. If we do and we close above it, that is a buy signal. What would be even better, the blue line, which is resistance of the wedge. If we close above that, that will be very bullish. It should well hit around 44 to 45 pence. So even if we don't get in till 40 pence, you're still making 10% by the time it hits 45, 44 pence. And that's pretty much what we're looking to do. If we can get in just below 40, brilliant. But we don't want to be buying because we are in a down channel and we don't want to go against the trend. So we're going to wait for a violation of that channel. the wedge as well. It's retesting support of the wedge. And on increased volume, that is a little telltale sign that actually we're not going to foul at that base of the wedge. I do believe we will actually break up and head towards 44, 45 pence, but you know how to trade this, so we'll leave it at that for now. But right, if we take everything out and just see this as a channel, because that's really what we're trading this for. It's been in a down channel. We are at resistance. It could come down to support. That's the reason why we want to close above. The close above will make it a lot safer. Well, it's debatable as to wherever this price target is. But if you look on the weekly, it's obviously within the channel. And we've actually had the weekly chart. So each of these candles is 1 week. Actually had like a little reversal candle, which is another telltale sign that we might well be breaking that red line and heading sort of up here. But we will see. This is our chart of the week, and we've told you how we are trading it, and that's our recommendation for March the 9th. Right, an update on gold, because we made a video on gold and said gold is about to crash. Since then, I mean, the price was around up here. Actually, tell a lie, the price was 1650 when we made the video, which is around sort of here. The price has fallen since. The interesting thing with gold is that if it gets below that green line, we actually have a price target. Which we're going to have to keep an eye on. We are still short on gold. The price target for gold for us is 1300. That is where gold is heading for. There is a tutorial on our members section as to why we've called this. So if you want to know how we managed to call the top in gold, people will really be taking notice if it does actually, well, when it hits 1300. Because we called for it, and basically that is our target. We will be back with an update when the price starts heading towards our target. This green line, it may well take, or it may well have some sort of fundamental news which will accelerate that line breaking. You may get a bit of a bounce, but that line will break. 1300 is our target on gold.